Ask, seek, knock. A blueprint for life and business. There's something raw and real about Jesus' words in Matthew 7:7. Ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and the door will be opened to you. They cut through the noise of strategy, self-help, and hustle culture. At first glance, it sounds like a promise of instant gratification. Ask for it, and it's yours. But slow down. These words are not vending machine spirituality. They are a framework for how we live, how we grow, and yes, how we lead in business. Everything begins with relationship. You don't ask, seek, or knock at the door of a stranger. You do it where trust and connection already exist. That's the first check-in. Are you living and leading from a place of trust? Or are you running on fear, scarcity, and performance? The three rhythms of growth. Asking, humility, and dependence. Asking is the simplest act of all. It requires you to admit you don't have everything figured out. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. In life, and especially in leadership, arrogance blinds you. Humility sharpens you. When was the last time you asked for help without dressing it up as a strategy? When was the last time you asked your team, your spouse, your God, what am I missing? Asking is vulnerability, and vulnerability unlocks growth. Seeking, hunger, and pursuit. Seeking turns up the intensity. It's not enough to ask. You must get up and look. Think of a CEO who doesn't just ask about customer pain points, but goes and sits in the customer's chair. That's seeking. Seeking requires curiosity. It demands you lean in when others lean back. In your spiritual life, it looks like searching the scriptures and pressing into prayer. In your professional life, it looks like you're chasing clarity instead of hiding behind excuses. Both require hunger, and hunger will take you places talent never could. Knocking. Boldness and persistence. Knocking is the act of showing up and refusing to be ignored. It's not rude, it's determined. You've asked, you've sought. Now you plant yourself at the door and apply steady pressure until something moves. Every entrepreneur, every leader, every parent knows this feeling. The door doesn't always swing open right away. Sometimes it's silence, sometimes it's resistance. But persistence is often the test before the breakthrough. The tension of the no. Here's the emotional tension most people never resolve. What happens when you ask, seek, and knock, and the answer doesn't come? We've all been there. The contract falls through. The diagnosis doesn't improve. The dream role goes to someone else. This is where many lose faith in God, in business, in themselves. But look closer. Just like a loving father won't hand his child a stone when he asks for bread, God won't hand you something that will harm you. A closed door is not neglect. It's protection. Your role? Keep knocking. Because sometimes the greater gift isn't the thing you asked for. It's the strength, wisdom, and resilience being forged in the waiting. The crossroads of life and business. This rhythm, ask, seek, knock, doesn't just belong in a prayer closet. It belongs in boardrooms, client calls, and Monday morning meetings. In life, it looks like honest prayer, relational vulnerability, and relentless pursuit of God's presence. In business, it looks like asking smarter questions, seeking deeper insights, and knocking on doors of opportunity with persistence. The principles are the same: humility, hunger, boldness. But here's the hard truth. Most people stop short. They ask once and quit. They seek half-heartedly and settle. They knock timidly and walk away when the door doesn't fly open on the first try. And that's why they never step into the fullness of what's available to them, spiritually or professionally. What this means for you. So, what should you do with all this? Let me challenge you. Spiritually, stop playing polite with God. He can handle your honesty. Tell him what you need, what you fear, what you long for. Ask with humility. Seek with hunger. Knock with bold persistence. Relationally, don't assume people know what you need. Ask for help. Seek clarity in communication. Knock until misunderstanding gives way to alignment. Professionally, build a culture of persistence. Encourage your team not to take the first no as final. Train yourself to see closed doors as detours, not dead ends. And never confuse delay with denial. The anchor truth. At the end of the day, Matthew 7:7 is not about getting more stuff. It's about becoming more whole. It's about cultivating a posture of dependence, curiosity, and persistence that shapes you as a human being, a leader, a child of God. Asking humbles you. Seeking grows you. Knocking transforms you. And when those three rhythms become your lifestyle, both in your walk with God and in your work in the world, you stop living as a victim of circumstances. You start living as a person who knows the doors of destiny don't stay closed forever. The question is, will you keep knocking?